Hi there! Welcome to my first ever client teaching video on immediate treatment of hypoglycemia, an acute complication of diabetes mellitus. So before we start, I'm gonna give a scenario. This is Josel, 12 years old. He is diagnosed with type 1 diabetes mellitus and adheres to insulin injection as prescribed by their family doctor. Josel was on a trip with his family to the province with limited internet connectivity but not limited to cellular data. Due to his excitement, he ate only little food and went on with the trip when suddenly Josel showed the following symptoms. Symptoms of hypoglycemia.
Ma, my head hurts. Ma, I'm dizzy. Ma, I feel so tired. Ma, I can feel my lips and my hands.
Patient or family teaching. The patient is now stable, ma'am.
What do I do if something like this happens again? The clinic's far in here. Is there any immediate treatment for this?
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm here to educate you on your son's condition. Since he is still young and he may not be able to fully understand what I will deliver, is it okay with you if I'll do the teaching on you?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, let's start with this, ma'am. Why do you think this happened to your son?
The only factor that I can see right now is that he only ate real food this morning and went on our trip.
Yes, indeed. What happened to him just now is what we call hypoglycemia or low blood sugar level. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am, ma'am.
Hypoglycemia may occur if the patient skips or delays meal, also if the prescribed meal plan is not followed, or he greatly increased his amount of activity without modifying his food intake and insulin. So, can you see the relationship between hypoglycemia and the incident that happened to your son a while ago, ma'am?
Yes, I guess he had a hypoglycemic incident because he ate only little food. But he was very active during our trip. It's just as what you said.
Yes, that's right. Now, I'm going to inform you on the immediate treatment of hypoglycemia. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so I have here a pamphlet which you can use as a reference on incidents like this. Do not worry, all of the information in here is from thoroughly validated and reliable source. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So in here, ma'am, you can see the immediate treatment of hypoglycemia. So when hypoglycemia occurs, the usual recommendation is 15 grams of a fast-acting concentrated source of carbohydrates. So in simple terms, sugar, such as the following given orally. So orally, ma'am, it means that we need to consume it using our mouth. So it includes 3 to 4 commercially prepared glucose tablets. In diabetic patients, especially those receiving insulin like your son, it is advisable or it is advised to always remind them to bring some sort of a simple sugar, such as these commercially prepared glucose tablets for them to take if ever hypoglycemic symptoms occurs. So, but if you don't have it, ma'am, you can always resort to either of these foods or either of this source. So, we have 4 to 6 ounces of fruit juice or regular soda. We have 6 to 10 hard candies. And lastly, we have 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar or honey. Caution, ma'am, if you decide to give your patient 4 to 6 ounces of fruit juice or soda, it is not necessary to add sugar to juice, even if it is labeled unsweetened. That is because, ma'am, the fruit sugar in the juice contains enough carbohydrates or sugar to raise the blood sugar level. Adding table sugar to juice, table sugar, ma'am, it means that the sugar that we use every day, the sugar that we buy from the market, that is table sugar. So, adding table sugar to juice may cause a rapid increase in the blood sugar level, and patients may experience hyperglycemia or high blood sugar for hours after treatment. Did you get it, ma'am?
Yes, I got it, ma'am.
To make sure that you got it, can you teach me the immediate treatment of hypoglycemia as if you were the educator and I am the patient?
Sure, ma'am. When hypoglycemia occurs, I will give 15 grams source of sugar to my son, such as glucose tablets, 4 to 6 ounces of fruit juice, 6 to 10 hard candies, 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar or honey. It is not necessary to add sugar to juice, even if it is labeled unsweetened. The fruit sugar in the juice contains enough carbohydrates.
Next, if the symptoms persist for longer than 10 to 15 minutes after the initial treatment, the treatment is repeated even if blood glucose testing is not possible. Once the symptoms resolve, a snack containing protein and starch such as milk or cheese and crackers is recommended unless the patient plans to eat a regular meal or snack within 30 to 60 minutes. So if you're able to catch up with what I delivered to you, ma'am, can you tell me again the process if the symptoms persist for longer than 10 to 15 minutes, as if you were the educator and I am the patient?
If the symptoms persist for longer than 10 to 15 minutes after the initial treatment, I will repeat the treatment. Once the symptoms resolve, I will give him snack containing protein and starch, such as milk, cheese, or crackers, if he will not eat his prescribed meal after 30 to 60 minutes.
So, do you have any questions, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. What if the patient has a hypoglycemic reaction and he doesn't have any of the recommended emergency foods?
Good question, ma'am. If that happens, the patient should eat any available food, preferably a carbohydrate food.
Are all carbohydrate food good for the patient?
Actually, ma'am, patients are advised to refrain from eating high-calorie and high-fat desserts such as cookies, cakes, donuts, and ice cream to treat hypoglycemia.
Why?
That is because the high-fat content of these foods may slow the absorption of the glucose, and the hypoglycemic symptoms may not resolve as quickly as they would after the intake of carbohydrates. So, are you able to grasp what I am saying, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I am able to grasp what you are saying.
So, now, ma'am, that you are able to grasp what I am saying, do you have any further questions, ma'am?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much. I understand all of it.
Welcome, ma'am. Do not worry. I will always be here for you and the patient. And do not hesitate to call me if something like this happens or if you need guidance or any confusions, ma'am. So that is all, ma'am. Thank you for listening, ma'am. That's all for the immediate treatment for hypoglycemia. See you next time!